Hear that roar of thunder, hear those tires scream. Is every boy's hero, every lady's dream. Flying down highway heading west in a streak of black light called the Bandit Express. Look out, the bandits coming, tires screaming, engine humming. Looks like the bandits on the move. Look out, the bandits coming, bet your money and warn no women. Tell those smokies all to take a rest, 'cause they'll never get the Bandit Express.
Straight at the back, mate. I'll leave it there, mate. Yeah, you're all good there, mate.
After the trucks loaded in the dead of night, time to head north and take flight. Southbounders' bodies are blinding my sight. Just another day on Highway 31. Northbound on Highway 31, charging up Wagger Hill, not changing a gear. B-double lights at my rear. My bitch driving slow with fear. Trucks rolling with some mighty dings. Gun to guy Coolac and Yass. Pull off the Hume and head to the Capitol. Get in to Canberra, make it fast. Unload the freight.
Move over to this fast lane because it is rough as guts going through past this off ramp. Well, hello there, YouTube. Brad here back. Another little trip up Highway 31. Currently 5 AM. We're just going past South Gundagai. as I've explained in the past, no need to get fuel. The other guy that does the Melbourne end of the leg, he's been getting fuel at Euroa on the way out at night. He has been attempting to clean the windscreen as well, sometimes to good effect, other times to not real good effect. Plus, if the temperature's coming up a little bit, there's some rain around, the bugs are getting pretty bad again as well. So between Euroa and Albury, there's normally a few bugs that hit the windscreen, but we are just going over the big concrete bridges across the Murrumbidgee River here now. Not a lot to see at night time, but I suppose, would you call it night time? Some would say the early morning, the wee small hours of the morning maybe. Others will say, well, it's still dark, so it's still night until that sun comes up. But yeah, anyway, I'd like to welcome back the Offsiders channel members. Thank you for all your support. The list of those channel members you would have seen at the start of the video. Thank you very much. But it has been a couple of weeks. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes. Planning is still going on. Well, we're beyond planning now. We're trying to get everything ready for my big trip up north. In a couple of weeks' time, I'll be standing at the northernmost point of the Australian continent. But we won't go too far into that. That's for a different channel and a different day. You can find out more about that trip on in the description box. Go and check out the Budget Adventure Show. But anyway, back to trucks. Should be back to trucks. We've stay on your side of the road. Stay on your side of the road. Load of chookins. And now he brakes going uphill. Might be time for a rest. One reason why we haven't been back sooner is just it's been more of the Australia Post run. Between that, Martin's and dropping off at Bunnings Albury, a lot of the same. It's been very hard to have any creativity in making a video when it's just that same stuff all the time. Now, I know some people have said in the past, how can you do the same thing every day? You'd get bored and that sort of thing. And, well, no, not getting bored with it yet, but doing the same thing every day and then filming the same thing and then editing the same thing and then posting up the same thing, that's when it's starting to get to the end of the, one gets to the end of their rope. So, as if you want to see someone delivering parcels, go and watch the Aussie Postie. It's a lot more fun zipping around suburbia on a CT110 than it is going up and down the Hume Highway in a truck, dropping cardboard boxes off like Santa Claus. But anyway, that's what's been happening there. Funnily enough, we've got a box to deliver today. I wasn't going to film, but I thought, bugger it, it's been a couple of weeks. I've got to get something out before, I've got to get at least one video before I go away, hopefully two. So you're going to see it. Funnily enough, it's a parcel for BWS Gundagai. We've never delivered there before. We do park beside them below the Gundagai bakery there, so I know we're going to be able to get that parcel delivered. But anyway, we've been going a couple of weeks now of delivering back to Hume since Universal Express in Mitchell didn't want TFM's freight anymore. The depot in Hume jumped at it and thought it'd be good. They're pulling their hair out. I bet they wish they'd never taken on the TFM freight, but that's what's happening there now. So we'll head all the way down to Hume, drop off. I think we've got 8 pallets to take off there, back to Fishwick with the rest of the trailer, and then I've got 1 pallet at the very back that's got to come back here to Coolac, to the Coolac store there again. So we'll drop that one off back to Gundagai, drop that parcel off there, and then it'll be set sail to home. We won't be getting anything to eat today just because I'm on a shoestring budget again ahead of this trip. A couple of $1,000 going in to a trip. As you can imagine, there's just nearly 8,000k round trip. Fuel cost alone is going to be big. Let's back off this camera a little bit. It's one thing when you're going up the hills doing 90 or 100. You just got to be mindful that you are going to be very close on that average speed for the cameras. Another single. Good to see another single driver out on the highway. There's not many of us left now unless you're a subby or a cocky or heavy haulage, really. Although New South Wales, as soon as you throw a dolly under that float, she's a multi-combination. One trouble I had at a previous job. The boss got a dolly for the Brentwood float, and all of a sudden I couldn't tow that excavator, even though I'd been towing it beforehand without a dolly. He wanted to go legal with the weights, and that meant I couldn't tow it over the border into New South Wales. So he was stuck in the W model a lot more than I was. One other smaller reason why we haven't got back to doing another video either. I knew the Coolac steam rally, I don't know why I keep saying that, the Coolac vintage machinery rally, I knew it wouldn't get a lot of views. It is a very niche, well, a lot of people just aren't interested in old stuff like that anymore, even though there was an old truck component to it. Like I said, as I posted the video up or in the video, may have been the video after that video, and I still wanted to share it up anyway. And there's a larger audience here than what's on my camping channel, so that's why it went here and not there. But then we got to the quarry drop. Maybe it's just because the title I choose, I don't know, but here we are 3 weeks later and that video still hasn't hit 1,000 views yet. And it's one of them things, I've said it the whole time, the Offsiders know this, you shouldn't be looking at views and all that sort of thing and judging, using that to dictate what you do, what content you do. We're doing it because we love it. Film what we want, post it up, and if people watch it, people watch it. But it is hard. It is hard not to look at that number, look at the numbers, look at the amount of comments. Did get a lot of new people commenting, which was good. Hello to all yous out there. Big shout out to BJ. Called me up yesterday. I was in the other Canberra truck for the first time in a couple of months, and having that UHF range back again. We had a brief conversation anyway, but thanks for reaching out. And now I'm back in my truck, and yeah, range is back to 10 metres again. So anyway, I don't want to make this very long. Because yeah, with packing, doing work on my car, all that sort of stuff, I'm doing what I can when I get home from work, so I have very little editing time at the moment, and if I want to get this up on the usual Saturday morning for you, we need to get this thing moving. So we'll cut her off here. We'll cut to Hume. We might come back on. It's been December was the last time, a couple of weeks before Christmas last year was the last time I was going out there full time. there has been a couple of times between now and then where I've gone down to Hume to drop off or had to pick stuff up as an extra. I don't think I shared that on the main channel. I think that was members only content. So again, if you want to see some of that extra stuff, if you've missed me over the last 3 years and over the last 3 weeks, then there is that members content there, starting just $1.50. You'll get some of the content, you'll get some of the past content, but if you want everything, I think it's a $5 coffee fund or coffee club tier that will get you that. But anyway, we're only about half an hour off, 45 minutes off that sun coming up. We do not have a cloud in the sky. We might cut to another little montage as we get into Canberra, and yeah, you can have a look at some of the work that's been done on the Monaro Highway. The bridge is nearly done. I can't remember when the opening date is for that section, but it must be getting close because the the traffic is hell going through there at the moment. But it's still much better than anything you'd experience in Melbourne going into the brewery. But that's it. We'll sign off here at Coolac and cut to another beautiful sunrise.
Pull off the Hume and head to the capital. Get in to Canberra, make it fast. Unload the freight and turn around. Back to the border with no delay found. Highway lights shine on the ground. Another long night on Highway 31. Southbound on Highway 31. Wheels keep turning through the dark. Beat up lights leave their mark. Muppets lights out in the dark. Trucks rolling with somebody dings. Gonna get Coolac and gas. Pull off the Hume and head to capital. Get in to Canberra, make it fast.
Get stuck behind a Franna in Hume. Oh, baby, stuck behind a Franna. Supposed to be able to do 80. Come on, do more than 50. So anyway, we've travelled across Canberra. Now in the southern suburb of Hume. Back again. Leave us Franna behind. One little change that's happened since we're here last is they've actually painted dotted lines across this turnout now, so there is a row of traffic coming behind me. We'll just make sure he comes to a stop before we keep going. There's been a couple of mornings there where I've only just got through the last set of lights and got there, and yeah, probably have to wait about 5 minutes just for all the traffic turning across the highway. So if you can time it right, it's definitely a lot better. Other little changes we got. Over there was JJ Richards' waste management, all the city dump trucks, city garbage trucks. They've all moved out of there into I won't say it's a bigger warehouse, but a new warehouse up behind where we drop off up here, which just makes this little corner of town even more busy. As you'll see in a minute, I have mentioned it before, but when these warehouses are built, there's very little provision for the company trucks to park on site, the company staff to park on site, and as freight starts coming in, whatever car parks or parking areas on site get taken up with freight storage, and all of a sudden everyone's parked out in the street, and that's an HVR there. They were hanging around here yesterday too. They've been the trucks as it's left the depot. They've been hot the last couple of days here. I don't know what's going on, if they're looking for somewhere, if there's a blitz on or what's going on, but we'll see if we can pick them up. Oh great, we've got a double in there, we've got a double waiting out on the road. Fantastic. And that one's ready to go in as well. Maybe not. I'm gonna have to go up and do a lap here, but this building here's certainly come a long way. Last time you would have seen that, it was foundations. Like here now we've got this street where you can't get two trucks side by side. So you're gonna wait, he's gonna wait. It's all staff. And once that joint on the corner there opens, it's going to be a hell of a lot worse. Yeah, our truck's not there, so we've got two doubles ahead of us. Yay. And they want the freight there before 7. It's 15:15. If we're here early, we'd still be waiting. But that's JJ's new joint there. Yeah, it's definitely not bigger than their last spot. It doesn't look like it anyway. Big shit out the back, but big car park next door for all the staff and big parking area for the trucks. But I suppose when you're doing garbage truck work, you're not bringing the freight back with you. And the other problem we got, last time I parked around here where I could see, we got duck shoved by a double. So as soon as this other one clears the driveway, we're going to head in. Otherwise we could sit out here and just keep on getting. I'm going to be in a spot here where I can't see. There's no standing sign there. We'll pull up behind this Bidfood rigid. Keep an eye and see what NHVR's up to. Oh no, they've already gone. So that was just a quick check. Interesting, they got him to open his curtain up, so they are checking load restraints, it would seem. Anyway, we might sign off on our logbook and have a 15-minute break out here while we're waiting, and that'll get that out of the way. And then we'll get in there and unload.
This is not a song you know, just some words, so go with the flow. Forklifts moving way too slow. Why does it take so long to watch in real time? Would put you to sleep. Forklifts go beep, beep. To finish early is bit of a leap. Beacon sounds so loud and clear. Wish this long would disappear. Hours pass and still we're here. Time moves on, but we're still here. Forklifts going back and forth, working hard but standing still. Finish
up in the air, stacking boxes everywhere. Clock is stuck, I start to stare, wondering why I even care. Keeping sound so loud and clear. Wish this load would disappear. Hours pass and still we're here. Time moves on, but we're still here. Forklifts going back and forth, working hard but standing still. Finishing early was a leap. Forklifts go beep, beep, beep. Forklifts going back and forth, working hard but standing still. Finishing early wave. Forklifts go beep, beep, beep.
So that was interesting. That that guy come up is new. I haven't seen him, maybe once before, but co-op asked if I was a company driver, owner, operator. I said company driver. I said, how much does the contract pay? And then do we have any driving jobs? And when I said no, he said, oh no, well, I'm looking at buying a tipper to anything, but I'm going to poke it that way for a minute because there's some work going on next door here where I should be, not in a truck, but anyway, different story. There's 30 tonne Kobelco loading Komatsu. What do you call that? Most would call it an articulated dump truck. I'd call it a belly dumper. And I've got a Cat D8T over there. It's been doing some earthworks here as well. So they're building the pad up next door to build another warehouse. I've got a lot of thumb print on my glasses, which is always handy. He's scanning stuff in, so I dare say he does work here. It's not a matter of he's an offsider for this other truck to come in. See if we get one of these straps tangled around the wheels. Make a quick phone call. We can go out and go right here. All the doubles have to go left because it's too tight to get out here with all these bloody cars parked here. Great, straight to message bank. Means they're busy. What's Samantha going to do? You come, we're going to stay. He's backing into there. Which is probably good, it holds that car traffic up. Twin steer 610 Kenworth. Dart hanging out of the mouth. If you're going to show how well you can do it with a dart. And there's something going in over here too now, but there's still no progress on the road there, continuing out back onto the Monaro Highway. It'd be good. Means we wouldn't have to try and merge with traffic down here, which we're now going to cut to, and the fun of that. Apologies, I didn't realise I hadn't turned the camera back after gawking at those machines. I hope you're able to see stuff and that cement mixer backing in. Traffic seems to be flowing out here this morning. We are a little bit later than normal. Throwaway Indian. What are you doing, Mr. Tesla? Giving way. There's been times I've come in here, it's just been standstill traffic here. And then you throw the indicator on, get in as soon as you can, but I normally still keep half the truck over in the other lane because you have 5 or 6 cars behind you, and all they do is want to come past you and then stop the traffic in front of you again. And the cause of all this mainly is because where they're doing the bridge down here, the traffic lights that turn on the Lanyon Drive used to be just off the Monaro. Traffic turning off, they got their lanes to turn off, which they still do now, but then traffic coming on from Lanyon Drive had merging lanes to pull into and then come across onto this road. But now they've moved the traffic lights out onto this road, so that traffic comes straight out onto here without a merging lane. So when these lights down here go red, which I dare say going off the timings are about to get a yellow one, it stops the whole highway. They've got, I think they were just doing the piles last time we were here, but now they've got most of it's banned. Oh, look at that, lucky. Still got 2 sections to go over the Lanyon Drive itself, and then this road's going to go onto there. Going to be part of that there, and then Lanyon Drive will merge back on to the narrow highway here. Those traffic lights will probably stay there, and that'll be a into and out of Lanyon Drive while traffic goes over it. We'll get over while we can. And then they've resealed all this. What's beeping? Security camera at home. They've resealed all this. They've resealed the other side of the road too, which is good, all the way back up to where we get off at Canberra Ave, which I didn't think they were going to do. I thought they would have just ended the new resealing here where the bypass or the overpass ends and that's it, but no, they've done the whole lot, which is good. But anyway, that's enough of Hume, that's enough of roadworks. Get into Fish Week, get the rest of this stuff off, and set sail for Coolac, getting back onto Highway 31. 2 trucks parked in at the Memeber. Caravan at the front, car at the front, which is probably the employee work behind the counter. One other car in the gantry. She's not getting a lot of business, that servo. Pub's still not open. I've taken all the covers off the Tesla chargers there. They've asphalted the drive around the front where this beamer's going to come out. Still no sign of it opening yet though. Sleepy Coolac. Broken step on this driver's door. I don't know if you can hear it banging away there every time you hit a bump. Get some zip ties and zip tie it back up, I think. It's getting annoying. Now luckily this pallet's right at the back doors, so nice and easy to get off. Pain last time I was in here. It was wet. Got mud all over my booties and dragged it into the cab. So we just come through, there's a 6 or 7k stretch of the Hume that's getting fixed up south of Bookham near Reedy Creek. They're going to be doing that until November, so a couple of months of slow down traffic there. And he didn't come out, but as we come back out onto the southbound side, the one of their New South Wales Police's X5s was backed up at Cobbler's Road there, ready to get someone impatient speeding out of the roadworks. I thought that little Lancer that come past might have got his attention, but obviously not. I got seed on. Normally I unload it down here, but it's not on a Shep, so I don't really need to be down here to put a Shep on. So we'll go back up here. About there somewhere, I reckon. We'll go and get him off. We'll be back in a minute. That's us done in Coolac. I've just realised the that box down there for BWS is up at the Woolies, not down near the bakery. That's Celebrations liquor in there, so we're not going to get our park down below the bakery. We're going to have to go and park up in the RSL car park and walk down, I think. Oh, come on. Come on. Hating on bull race turntables. Always picking tyres up. Yeah, so there's not going to be a lot to show there. So we might just have to end it out. I didn't see that come in. They've done some landscaping, land clearing there anyway. Ready for landscaping. Getting ready for some beautification. The car that they're charging, so the chargers must be working. So there you go. If you're travelling north and have an EV, Coolac's got charging stations now. One of Borders in there getting fuel. Come on, up the hill. In HVR, we're parked in the Coolac parking bay there too. There must be select trucks they're looking for, or companies. Because yesterday when I come out of Canberra as well, at the big roundabout Gungahlin there, they'll sit there, they're looking down the back of the canopy, and they're looking back up, because they've got the cameras on the back of the utes mounted, pointed back towards the road. So they would have had me rego up, they would have known everything about the truck before I got to where they were pulled in, or where they were parked in the parking bay. That's good. That's good. If they're not after me, then more than happy. So that will do us. As I said, you don't need to see this box delivered. We don't need to do the Australia Post deliveries today. Again, massive thank you to the members, the Offsiders, for your continued support of the channel. I'll try and hopefully I'll get one more video up before I go away, so there won't be as much of a wait between this one and the next one, but we'll see what happens. Life is life, and sometimes it gets in the way, but what else is there? I think that's it. Thanks for watching. In the meantime, you can go back and check out some of the older videos if you're hankering for more stuff Hume Highway adjacent. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. See yous. Just as I say that, Coolac pads is open too. A lot of drivers at Fish Week reckons there's a 4-week blitz on. Finnemore's in there, Primary Connect. Get him, get him. Oh, I'm glad there's no way station on the southbound side. That is for sure.